Good evening, my friends, all of my neighbor friends and neighbors in Facebook land, and welcome to my Facebook Live this evening on this May 1st in 2017, Monday evening. Hello there. Hope you've had a good day. Hope you've had a very productive day. I hope you have eat right, exercised to some degree, and enjoyed your relationships with the people that you're around, and had learned something from people that you're with. I want to talk about two things this evening. First of all, one, I made a discovery. For those of you who may be paying attention, and sometimes we really don't. It's just there, and you think, okay, he's got a crooked board behind him, and I'm talking about my board here. Where you see right here that my edge. In most of my videos, I kept seeing the thing would look like this. And I'm up like this. And I'm like, why is it showing? I got my level, measured, made sure it was level. Everything was working right. Camera was level in my little rack. And checked all the normal things you would check to see. And so just last night, I discovered, had to come down as I eliminated things, that the camera in my iPhone is crooked. So I took a little stick and wedged it under it in my clamp that holds my iPhone here, so I can talk to you, and push it under there, and voila, it looks to me as I look at it that now my wall seems to be level with me as I'm talking to you. Small thing, big wonders for me. I'm like, okay, you just figure stuff out. And, you're surprised that iPhone would have a crooked camera, but it really is. People work on them to make them just like everything else. You're going to have mistakes. And I've had it so long now till, no warranty type thing on it. I may get it fixed, but for the moment. Anyway, just a little thing I want to tell you about that. This evening, my real discussion is, my real topic for today is the benefits of nutrition, of eating right, having nutritious meals, and exercising. And as you see, I don't have anything on it because I want to tell you a little event that happened today. As many of you know, I work a day job, and I'm in the construction field. That is, I deliver material to construction workers to build houses. And so you'll see my artistic value here behind me in just a moment, because I'm sure many people don't understand things that go on in what I want to talk about today. And so today I had to deliver shingles to a job site where there were people to take the shingles off the forklift and take them up the roof. Now, shingles are what you see when you look on your roof. It lays down. If it's not tin, normally it's shingles, okay? And that's an asphalt shingle. They come in various sizes and styles, and normally a bundle of those will weigh around 75 pounds a piece. That's a pretty hefty tote, okay? But anyway, so let me describe here. Here's you can see my great artwork, okay? This is supposed to represent a forklift. Over here we have the shingles come in a pallet size. They're like 17 square on a pallet. So I mark them up here, and what happens is I take these off the truck and I raise them up over the edge of the house. Well, over the edge of that house, when they get over the edge of that house, here's my little stick guy, then there are people, men, if you will. I've never had a woman up there. That they then take these shingles off of that pallet, and they tote them up here, and they stack them on the roof. That way they can get to them. I don't know if you can see that or not. But anyway, they take them up that roof line, stack them right at the top. That way they can get to them and they're out of the way as they're nailing the shingles on the roof. Well, been running into a lot of people. Actually, 2 crews I went to today, it was just 2 people where there's normally 6. Went to the first one, said, "Where's your help?" He said, "We don't want 2 that showed up." Went to the second one here that had this job, and he called me before I went, and he said, I only have one man there. I said, well, we'll just do what we can. Now, in my company, by insurance reasoning, I am not allowed to get on the roof of the homes. It just doesn't cover us, therefore they tell me keep your butt on the ground. I listen to that pretty well. But I get there, and to describe the value of nutrition and eating right, okay? I know that these people, I know these men that work this job here when I got there, and the two that were there, one of them was 50 or is 51 years old, and the other one is 60 years old. The one that's 60 years old always has in his cooler, he has apples and oranges and water to drink and healthy stuff. And we're always conversing back and forth about, you know, what he eat for here and what he done, what exercises he did over here. And you know, in his condition of working on the roof, it's not a lot, but he does do some to help maintain that. Because if you walk up and down that roof with 75 pounds in your arms, you're doing a lot. Okay, so it does help out. And most of the time, a lot of the construction workers, the roofers who do that, if there's 5 or 6 or 7 of them that told him, they'll continue on working. If there's 2 or 3, most of the time they will just quit and go home, come back the next day and put the roof on. So it's a pretty hefty job, you know. So it's nothing that just anybody can jump up there and can do. But the point, here's the point, is I had 2 pallets of those to do today. And so they started out, these 2 men toting these shingles up and down on the roof. They got through with 1 pallet. And the other man, the man that's 51 years old, happens to smoke, not take care of himself, not do much at all, except for go there to try to earn some money and to make a living for whatever he does with it. And so after the first pallet got done, I went and got the other one. I could bring it back. We lift it up the same way. And they began to do this. I started to notice that the man who's 51 kept going to the other edge of the house every time he would come down to get another bundle of shingles. And I said to myself, he's about to get sick. And usually what they call that is bear caught, which means you're in a stage of overheating and you're going to usually get sick, or you're running out of air and the heat's getting to you and you can't breathe and you have to physically stop and sit down. Well, he kept continuing as this other man was doing, and we started seeing the older man of 60 years old now was toting 2 to 1. And he finally told the man, you need to get off the roof before you get sick and fall off the roof, because he had gotten that bad. And then this 60-year-old man finished unloading by himself 7 more square, that's 7 times 21 bundles. And that made, 75 pounds, 21 up and down that roof by himself without stopping, and he just continued on. And he was not out of breath when he got through. And I contribute that, my friends, to being one who eats right and exercises and takes care of himself. That is a feat. Most 20-year-old men will not and cannot do that. And so this is why I try to teach about the different things, about organic foods, about eating right, about exercising. Because my age, I'm in between the 2 of those and closer to the 60-year-old person. And I have helped him. I'm not allowed on the roof, but sometimes I go and he doesn't have help. And I get up and help him do that. Because one, I cannot hardly stand to sit there and watch him unload all the shingles, because he needs the work. And so I get up there and I help him. And nothing is revealed until now. Nobody knows it. But that's just it's a testimony to what nutrition, take care of yourself, can do for you. That if you have the ability to do that, to eat right to begin with. Nutrition feeds the body. Exercise uses the nutrition to create muscles and energy and stamina and endurance and longevity of life, and you're able to enjoy many things. So my friends, I just wanted to share that story with you today, that a man of 60 years old could do that. because of those two things that we talked about today. That is a benefit. And if it works in that kind of range, imagine what it could do for you in normal, everyday living and sharing and loving life and enjoying it as you go along. My friends, I hope this has been an encouragement to you this evening to look at what you do. Choose to eat correctly as best as you can. I know it's not always perfect, always possible to do so. I mean, yesterday after church, get together with friends, we go out to a all-you-can-eat buffet at a Chinese restaurant type thing, and believe me, I ate all I could eat. All I could eat. How about that? All I could eat. I ate all I could eat. And I'll do that probably once every week because that's an enjoyment time I have with those friends that we share together in life. And then the rest of the week, I'm back on my little path, trying to eat healthy, trying to exercise, and continue on so that I can continue that enjoyment. I hope this has been helpful to encourage you, my friends, to see the value of this. If it has, please share it with somebody. Leave a comment below. Have a good evening. We will see you tomorrow. Thank you.